you would actually flip out how cold is it and how much snow there is. Damn. Yo, what up guys? Welcome back to Ferment Talking. So today I'm going to talk about something a little bit different as I've been talking about in previous videos, and it's about things that I did wrong with women when I was younger in the past. Actually, sometimes I still do them, but it's good knowledge and good learnings that you might feel also that you had in the past. So I want to mention them. And I want to explain them and to talk about them. So the first thing is to putting her into a pedestal, something that I did in the past. And it's basically like, because if from the beginning, if you're like, you just meet a girl somewhere, like it doesn't really matter where, like in the library, in uni, at work, in the supermarket, it doesn't even, the public transport even, like, yeah, like wherever you meet her, if you from the moment, from the minute one, you think that, wow, she's perfect, or like she's the one, you're like, you're not gonna, like, if you like start saying that from the beginning, like, oh wow, she's perfect, wow, yeah, she might be my girlfriend, then you're not gonna get the girl. Like, the best how it works, I talk about personal experience, I would say, is that do not treat her as if she's special from the beginning. Like, never do that. She's not special, and doing that you will be able to, like, talking with different girls and like moving forward with different girls, then eventually you might be like, after some time, okay, maybe yes, maybe she's the one, or maybe not, you know, but never put her from the beginning in a pedestal, like saying, wow, she's perfect, because then you're not gonna get it, and that's what obviously happened to me in the past. So that was the first one. The second one that I did in the past is to chase her when she's clearly pulling back, right? So imagine you're like with a girl. This actually happened to me this summer. Imagine you're like, let's put an example, like you're like talking with a girl, you like meet a girl, and then she seems interested, a lot interested, and then okay, you're like you're like reciprocating, right? Like on the other direction, right? She's showing interest, then you're showing interest, but there's a moment maybe that after like a while, like, I don't know, 2-3 weeks for example, she starts to pull back, right? Like showing less interest, and then you're like, wow, but she was interested. She was like talking to me, and like she even said like to hang out, right? Because previously I asked her if you want to hang out, and then later on getting her contact and trying to set up a date. But like if that happens, that like something that I did in the past is to chase her, like to keep talking to her, to like saying, okay, do you want to hang out, like, and no, like actually, like something that I am like put myself as a rule is like, if you try to meet up with a girl once and then she flakes on you, like she doesn't want or she can't, then you can try it again a second time. But if she does that for the second time, that she doesn't want to hang out with you, or like she puts like random excuse for the second time, then stop chasing her. She's not interested. Just like keep moving up with your life, and do not try to keep talking to her and chase her, because then you're like you're gonna lose all your time with her and not showing interest, or like looking for interest in other girls that she might be also interested in you, in moving things forward. That was the second one. The third one was related to allowing girls to do whatever she wanted because she was hot, right? So like, and not like setting boundaries, right? Like, because imagine that like you see your girl that you've been hanging out with her like for, I don't know, 2 months, let's say, for example, but then you realize that you're not talking with other girls, because then you're like kind of thinking that, okay, this might be also this like something like it might lead to a relationship, but then you see that she talks to other guys, or that she parties, she goes a lot with her single girlfriends to like going out all the time without you, and she doesn't, for example, she doesn't post you on like social media, then like you should, in order to move things forward with that girl, before going forward and like in order to keep a healthy relationship, you should kind of set a boundary, like saying, okay, I mean, I don't like that you do this, and like either she accepts it or she doesn't accept it. Then if she doesn't accept it, then like you have to move forward with your life and stop showing interest for that girl, because like if you keep going if you keep going forward without setting this kind of boundary, which is gonna, I mean, it's gonna be helpful for your relationship with the girl. So she should be happy that you're like setting this boundary, like saying, okay, I'm not happy that you do this. You should like, she should like feel like she should emphasize with you, and like feel like, okay, he's doing something good for the relationship, to like for the future, right? Yeah, that's something that is really important, and I did wrong in the past, right? So that was the third, right? And the fourth is related to that I did wrong in the past, to forbidding things to women and imposing rules, right? This is extremely important to, like, you know, to have a healthy relationship, which is basically, I mean, it's important to do not allow disrespect, obviously, but there's also a point where you should not set up rules. You should be more like, okay, I think I don't like this that you're doing, or like not, but not instead of saying like, hey, you shouldn't do that, or like you shouldn't go out with your girls, or like you shouldn't go out with your friends, or like you will not have for example, male friends, right? Instead of like putting like, hey, you shouldn't, like pointing like kind of out, that's imposing a rule. No, that's completely wrong, obviously. Like, in order to move forward with a healthy relationship, you should always kind of like suggest instead of imposing to the girl, because then like in that case you're not, I mean, you're not moving forward, and she's gonna be angry with you, obviously, and like, it's like you should be saying like, okay, this is good for that we should talk about this, like we should agree, like I believe we can get to an agreement, like, and I mean, not an agreement, like saying, okay, I'm not happy with this that you're doing, so either you change that, or I think I'm gonna move forward. And then she will reciprocate, and she will say, I mean, if she's interested in keeping going out with you, obviously, and hanging out. But that was the fourth. And the fifth, it's related to bringing emotions, especially from the beginning, bringing emotions to relationships instead of logic. Because in my personal opinion, I think women are more emotional than men. And in that way, like, if you bring emotions to the relationship, probably most probable thing is that things will not move forward with, I mean, they will not move successfully forward with your partner, right? Because like if you bring more emotions on her, I mean, you can be emotional, of course, like something happened in your life, you can cry, say like, okay, I feel bad for this, but it should always be more, I mean, it's normally like the women are more emotional than men, so like, that was something that I did wrong in the past, of like being too emotional, like being so much emotional that the girl would lose interest, because normally it should be the other way around, where the guy brings more the logic into the relationship, the woman more the emotions. So that was it from this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you want to have similar videos with similar topics, or like like that I talk about this. I want to obviously talk about different topics, and I want to talk about all of stuff like regarding self-improvement, but also this one. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and see you in the next one.